Can you hear me? Hello? Okay. All right. I've got a Daiwa rod here. Not sure the name of the rod exactly. It's 5.5 foot light action. Oh, Air DX. I don't know if you can see it there. And then I've got a Daiwa Regal LT reel. Um, just doing a little bluegill fishing out here. We've caught quite a few already. But my buddy's kids were out here, and he really doesn't want them on the lot, on YouTube. What's going on, Lauren? Mishi Robinson? Anna? What's going on, Johnny? Welcome in. See if we can't catch this sucker out here. It's not really where I've been fishing, but we'll see what happens. I got you mounted to the dock right now, so it should be pretty stable. I can turn you guys a little bit so you can see the water. Oh, oh, man, I just missed it. I actually think that he hit my bobber instead of the... There we go, I got one. There's one for you guys. Not very big, but that's all right. Last weekend I kept about 2 dozen out of here, maybe a little bit more. He's starting to want to thin some of the bluegill out so it doesn't overtake the pond and ruin his bass population. I still got my bait too. Alright, let's see here. It's upside down. I don't know. Whatever. It's almost hand size. Some people would probably clean them. Ouch. Alright, let me get this thing back out here. That's better. Hopefully everybody's having a good day. No, it didn't take long at all. 351. I'm not like the bite hasn't been super good, but it's steady since it calmed down. Earlier it was a little windy. I pulled this in a little bit. So let me get it back closer to where I want it. Like, to be honest, you only want to be like 3 or 4 feet off the bank here. Um, he actually dug some of this pond out when he bought the house, and there was a wall around the whole pond, and he knocked it in. So there's structure for all the bluegill and stuff to hide about a foot into the pond. So I'm fishing about a foot and a half deep, and Just trying to keep it fairly close to the bank. Let's see here. There's his little, it's not a paddle boat, but it's a little boat that he uses to get out on the water and mess with his fountain and stuff. I'm getting a bite. Let's see if he's still there. One thing that I do, like if I'm getting nibbles, like it's not really taking a big hit, sometimes I just reel up the slack a little bit and make the bobber move just a bit, and sometimes it triggers them to really strike at the bait. But I'd imagine he just cleaned my clock. So let's recheck and I'll get another worm on there if I need to, because I only had a half a worm anyways. Yep, he got me. What's going on, Dot? Good to see you, buddy. Lauren. A little bit smaller. Still fun though. Chill out, dude. I'll get you off here in a second. I lost my bait too. Darn it. I know. See, hand size, a little bit under hand size. I guess I can move the wax worms over here so I can talk to you guys. It'd be hard for me to cast from here because there's an overhang on the cover on the dock. I'm actually surprised we haven't caught a bass or a yellow perch today. We've been catching quite a few yellow perch this year out here. There we go. Let's see if I can't get it in the frame. Just this little worm. Most of you guys know what wax worms are, I'd imagine. They're beetles, actually. Hopefully everybody had a good weekend. I really didn't do much. Last week was rough on me. We did go see the new Mission Impossible movie last night. It's pretty good. It didn't disappoint. But, I mean, it's basically your standard save the world from nuclear destruction type movie. So, I mean, if you're into that stuff, watch it. If you're not, don't. They did give you some backstory of even back from the beginning of like where he broke into Langley and stuff like that. But let's get this thing back out here. See if I can't get another one. Looks like a little bit better one. Oh yeah, this is what we want. Nice thick yellow collar. Edgar, what's going on? Glad to see you in. How'd your practice go? I know I kind of cut it short because I came out here, but oh, it came off. That was easy. Hand size, pan size. That's what they say, right? He's definitely pan size. Here we go. Let me fix this worm. if I can. Easy slid it up past the hook. Ouch. You know, there's one big problem with only having one hand when it comes to hooks. You stick yourself quite a bit trying to do this stuff. Ouch. Let me fix this worm here and get at least one more fish out of it. Guys, don't be afraid to share links out. I mean, I know that it doesn't do it in the vertical lives, but people watching the replay can still click them. Let's see here. I want to. Okay, there we go. What's going on, Shaq? Just catching some bluegill, dude. I just landed one. Oh, he got off. And he broke my. He actually broke my phone. Right here. Well, this might be shorter live than I thought. Seeing if this thing floats back to towards the. What? Yeah, okay. not good. Come back over here for a second because it's going to take me a second to tie this. Oh. Alright, let me see if I can tie this. We're just going to go with the jig and see what happens. Can't believe that broke off. These jigs were sent to me by 351. Yeah, this is pretty good. He bought this house, I think, 2015, something like that, and it was a foreclosure. So the pond was in bad shape. The house was in bad shape. I mean, it was bad. But there's 5 acres out here, and he only paid $179,000 for it. Hey, Grand MJ, I have a lot of Filipinos that come through my chat that actually live in the Philippines. So, like Lauren Directo, she's a Filipino. I know you guys are from the United States, but you're Filipino descent. And I never realized San Diego had a big population like that. One thing I've learned, I don't like tying fluorocarbon. I don't know why, it's just really hard for me to get it. What's going on, Mean Beans? Welcome in. Mean Beans is from Ohio, just about 50 miles away, up towards Marion. Let me see how. I've never casted this without a bobber. See, I got my bobber back, thankfully. If not, Jason would be yelling about a bobber floating in his pond. But I'm going to end the live now. I was just going to be short. Yeah, it's beautiful out here, man. He's done so much. Like, he's building a restroom in his pool barn right now. So when you heard the sawing and stuff, that's what he's doing. He has bees out here. He's planting trees. He has grapes. He collects his own maple syrup. Hey, there's this, I don't know what that was. I think it was a finch. Oh, but it's gone. But the bats should be coming out here soon. But I appreciate everyone who stopped in. Hi, MJ. I'm sorry, but I'm about to end it. But it is beautiful out here. I mean, if you look around, this is just a half acre. Mary Jo. It is, bats are so beneficial. They eat half their body weight in mosquitoes every day. They don't bother you like you'd think they would. Well, the cost of his house now, to be honest, MJ, I know he bought it for $179, but if you put his house on the market, it'd be $500,000 with everything that he's done out here. Since he bought it, the real estate even here skyrocketed. My little house back then was probably valued at about 90 grand. It's doubled its value since then. So it's basically what he paid for this property. Hold on here, I can flip you around a little bit, hopefully. See, we have a covered dock here, or a half covered dock. He's actually gonna redo the roof on the dock this summer and extend it all the way to the other side. But there's a ceiling fan, there's electric. I mean, there's a nice pond across the street that I do have permission to fish, but I've never fished there yet. He's got a pretty nice house, big pool barn. A couple trailers. Like I said, there's some grapes up there. He's doing some work back here with his tractor and stuff, getting ready to burn some old trees and everything else. Let's see if I don't know how bright it is for you guys, but we'll see if we can't find the koi in here. Normally they're up here in this corner over here. Oh, there's one. That was definitely one. Yeah, I tend not to fish up here too much because normally this is where all the koi kind of hang out. But up here is where I caught my biggest bass out here. But yeah, normally this corner right here, where you see all that vegetation floating, is where they like to hang out. And over there by that duck pen that's empty now, there's a spring that comes into the pond that's spring fed from another pond up above us, up above the wood line there. Oh. Yeah, so the only problem with stuff here, like, I know San Diego is gorgeous and you live in California, the taxes are high. The only downfall, like living here, you don't have the sun like you guys do. The weather's Could be minus 20 one day, and in the summertime it could be 100 degrees. So, I mean, there's advantages to everything. But no, I appreciate everyone that stopped in. But yeah, since I got the bobber back, I'll get ready and end this and get ready to leave because the sun's almost down here. As you can see, it's a lot darker out than what the video shows. And I think tomorrow around 12 Eastern, 1. So that would be 9, 10 o'clock in the morning for you guys out there. I think we're bowling tomorrow for practice with Marvin. Maybe. I don't know if Marvin's coming out. But I think he normally practices on Tuesday. So, I'm not sure if Joey's going live tonight or not, since he's at work. But hopefully you guys all have a good evening. And good night. And if anybody's streaming later on or whatever, I'll see you then. All right. Well, we'll see you later on tonight then, Joey. Hopefully, as long as I'm not asleep.